I'm so tired, but I'm gonna stay up for a little bit to spare time a little bit until time can be able to go by a little fast. I normally would go to bed at a decent timing, but I've been having a rodian problem in my apartment unit, so I don't go to bed or go to sleep like I used to go to sleep. I don't go to bed like I used to go to bed. Sometimes I stay up during the night till it's like almost getting close to morning. Then I try to go to sleep and get a few little sleep in. But the rhodium problem has gotten worse. It's been keeping me up and disturbing my sleep. Sometimes I hear things in my bedroom wall. I really feel like my apartment unit is infested with these, I don't know if it's a mouse or mice, but they real small. Not that small, but they kind of small. And I've been catching a few of them on my sticky mat, on a few of my sticky mats. So lately I've been kind of feeling really scared, just doing things I normally would do inside of my home because this infestation that I'm going through in my apartment unit. I'm to the point I'm ready to move out this apartment unit that I'm living in and move into a better apartment unit, a better home instead of this one, because this one is giving me problems. It's giving me a hard time. Something must have been here before I moved here or something, or I just didn't realize until now. And it's so crazy because we asked what's the history, the rental history. And I don't think they mentioned anything about that it was a rhodium problem in this unit. They didn't mention nothing about walls, drywall being done, none of that. They didn't mention none of that. I guess these people didn't really care much to tell because a lot 9 out of 10 they be wanting people rent money. So they don't tell them everything that they need to know what happened in the apartment unit when another tenant was living in there. So I'm going through a lot right now. I'm living in an apartment unit that was already been used up already, and that had another tenant in way before I was in it. So ain't no telling what could have been going on way before I moved into this apartment unit. But I'm so tired of me not getting no rest, me not being able to feel comfortable in my home and where I lay my head at. I'm to the point I'm ready to move. I want to move out this apartment unit. I want to move somewhere where I don't have to constantly keep going through this. But it's like every apartment unit that I do find and end up moving into, I always run into problems, or it always become a problem, or I always end up going through something to where I'm experiencing something bad. And this make let's see, second, this make my third apartment. I had to move my first apartment that I was living in because there was some stuff going on. It was a bunch of maintenance problems that I was going through and having to go through living in my first apartment, renting out. Then my second apartment I had renting out. I had I had a few maintenance problems that I had to go through and stuff, and it was just crazy. And I was going through stuff in the apartment unit Every time I turn around, it was just something. So I had to move, and now I'm here, and then in this apartment unit, and this makes the third apartment unit. So I'm just getting so tired. I'm so tired that I gotta go through this. I hear a lot of people sometimes talking about how they want to own their own home and how they want to get a house. Yeah, sometimes even when you have a house, you run into situations too. But I don't blame them. I want that too. I want a house because living in an apartment building, you're not just living in a building by yourself. You're living in a building with lots of other tenants as well. You're living in a building with, people. Sometimes maybe people you know, sometimes might be people you don't know. But you living in a building and you sharing a building with people. Then it being a house. A house is different from an apartment building, and I'll get more into that in another video, because that's a different topic I would like to get into one day. But we all know apartment building is different from a house. But I just feel like that the landlords need to start telling the truth, about people, about the apartments before they just renting out to people. Because I really believe and think that it could have been something going on in this apartment unit why it was up for rent, and I just happened to rent it out. But they didn't tell me that I was going to experience all this stuff I'm experiencing in this apartment unit. I think they were just in for it just to get like money for rent. Because this apartment unit got so many damn issues going on up in here. Like every time you turn around, catching a rodent on a sticky mat, and that's just so nasty. Like I'm getting so tired of going through this. It's starting to work on my psyche and my mental health. Like it's starting to like make it worse. You know what I'm saying? I'm already paranoid and I already got anxiety. So it just make it so worse. The property management, the property manager, and the person that owns this building, this apartment building, is not really going out their way to try to really help and stop the problem that's going on. Like, I need a exterminator. How can they miss that? Like, how many rodents that I done caught so far? Like, they should have sent a exterminator out here to find out what's the problem in this apartment unit. Because I shouldn't be catching all these rodents on these sticky mats like that. And rent is due. Rent is almost due. And I just feel like I shouldn't even have to pay rent. They should just let me save my money so I can move up out of here. I just feel like this is so wrong. Like I didn't, bought this and bought that and got this. And I just feel like now I gotta pack everything up to move somewhere else. I mean, the neighborhood was okay a little bit, but I was getting tired of, but I know it's like that everywhere. Like sometimes you might run into a neighborhood that have a lot of dog owners that own dogs, and it was like that. Like I was experiencing that as well, like living in a neighborhood that has a lot of dogs, and it was kind of scary for me to, get through it every day, because sometimes I would have to walk to the city bus stop, or sometimes I would have to walk to the store or a grocery store to get something, and I'd just be so scared. Or just taking my garbage out, I'd be so scared because I never know what could happen to me. But now, dealing with that too, and then also dealing with the rodent problem is more stressful, and then all this is just stressful to just be dealing with. And I don't want to be feeling uncomfortable where I lay my head at, and I don't want to be feeling like this, I want to be able to get some rest. I want to be able to get some sleep. I really feel like this could be part of my gang stalking harassment, because I just sat down and thought to myself, and I just feel like how all apartments I've been living in, always it's always something I'm going through, or something bad I'm going through. Like, this make my third apartment, and I'm going through hell again. Like, I done been through bed bugs, I done been through rodent infestation, and I done been through where water was wasted out in my bathroom. So I know how it feels to be going through something. The suffering and the pain, it hurts really bad. Um, this make my third apartment, and I just can't believe I'm going through this. And it's fall now, and it's gonna be winter time. And somebody was telling me like they get worse in the winter time because they be needing somewhere to rest and to be warm. They be needing a spot to be at in the winter time to keep them warm. So I've just been dealing with a lot lately, a lot of pressure, dealing with this all, because I don't want to be living with rodents. I got to the point I can't even eat. And then when I do eat, feel like I gotta throw up. I think they be all in my kitchen when I'm not in my kitchen. And then today, when I was sitting at the table, I had heard a noise in my kitchen, a noise that I never heard before. And I'm like, what is that sound? And I don't know what that was, but something told me to get up and go check. But I was kind of thinking like, no, it's probably just, something I'm just probably hearing. Well, I thought it was like a neighbor or something doing something next door or something, but I don't know. But I think it could have been one of them rodents. And something told me to, get up and start, moving stuff around to see. But I was kind of like drained. Like, these things had me so drained and tired. Because I don't like looking at them, and I just get so disgusted just having to just, be able to, having to deal with them. And I hate the way they scream when they get stuck on the sticky mat. It just irritates me just hearing them scream. I don't like the sound. I don't like their sound. I got a repealer. I got ultrasounds, them little plugins that you plug in the outlets. I got those all in my outlets in my bedroom. And them things don't even keep them things away in the wall. They still be in the wall. And sometimes I hear things in my wall, in my bedroom walls too. And I'm like, how the fuck is these rodents getting in the wall? Like, these people not doing nothing. They not coming out here, getting a exterminator out here to help me or nothing. They don't have people come out here to seal up cracked clever spaces, holes, cracked little spaces, small spaces. They not doing none of that. They want us to do it, I think. And I feel like I should be able to pay out my pocket to get a exterminator, but I have to get permission from the property manager and the person that owns this building to be able to do that. And I feel like that's wrong, because if I'm paying out of my pocket to get a exterminator, why I have to get permission? Like, this shit needs to get done, because this can affect the next tenant that trying to move in or wants to move into this apartment unit when I move out, or happen to move out. Because it's getting down to that point where I'm getting about fed up. I can't take it. And I know rent is high, and I'm trying to hang in there because rent is high. It's going really up. And I've been trying to like just hang in there and stay in this like program I'm in. But some of these housing programs is not really going out their way to try to put us in one of them new modern apartment buildings and apartment units, because they, from what I'm hearing, they don't have the money to be able to do that, to do all of that. So I have to get out here and, on faith. I have to get out. I have to step out here on faith and try to do it on my own, and try to get an apartment unit for myself that's already remodeled nice, that I ain't gotta worry about no really maintenance concerns like that. Because my toilet is messed up too, by the way. I need a new my toilet chain flapper, my toilet flapper and chain needs to be replaced, and they haven't even came and fixed that yet. It's been days and days, and I just been waiting, and they haven't even came to fix that. So I know they not coming to help me like that when the rodents, it's already worse, because like I said, I can't sleep at night because sometimes I hear things running across my floor. Sometimes I hear things in my bedroom walls. So I already know like they not gonna come and really do much to help out with that, with the rodent problem, because already I'm waiting on them to come to fix my toilet, and they haven't came to fix my toilet yet. And I just be sitting up here just so stressed out and hurt. I'm getting to the point I'm ready to move. If y'all know any places in different states that's up for rent and stuff, that has nice apartments out of state where I live at, let me know in the comment section, because I'm looking for a move. I'm looking for a different apartment unit, because the apartment unit I'm living in is not really up to par like that. They don't even clean the hallways. They don't sweep down the stairs. They don't vacuum down the stairs. They don't vacuum the hallways that often. I think they want us to do it. So I try to do my part. I try to really do it. But my vacuum cord is not long enough. So I couldn't really do it. I already wanted to clean up. But I never really, I think I did ask them who is responsible for cleaning the apartment hallways. And I think they had said we are. And I was like, oh, that's another thing too, that was a red flag to me, because I'm having a rodent problem in this apartment unit, and I just feel like they could at least did something, out of kindness. They could at least provided a cleaning crew, you know what I'm saying, to help out with the situation, the problem. But they said we are responsible for cleaning the hallways, and I just feel like no, it shouldn't be like that. So tomorrow morning, when the sun rises, I'm gonna try to continually praying, staying prayed up, and just look into some other housing. I might leave tomorrow to try to go do some apartment hunting. I don't know. It's kind of hard where you really can't trust nobody. You ain't got a friend you really can trust, or a social you can really trust to just help you go look around and stuff, and go apartment hunting, and that won't mind, without tripping about their gas. I mean, you can offer them gas, out of the kindness of your heart, and if they need gas, I don't mind those that would let me know without tripping, because Lord knows I could use some help, because I do need to be up every day apartment hunting, but it's so hard because I don't have nobody to help me, and I don't even have a vehicle of my own. I'm sitting up here having to catch the city bus because I don't have my driving license. I don't have a car of my own yet. I don't own any vehicles. I need a car. I need a vehicle to ride around in, to help me get to A to B, and to help me get to where I need to get to. But yeah, y'all, this is just so stressful to be dealing with. I don't understand how all this just happening about, and then I be hearing, I'm trying to be grateful for what I have and just make it work out, but these Rhodians is starting to take over my apartment unit, and I don't want it to get too bad to where I can't even be in my home no more, because they didn't took over to the point where they just coming out and don't even care. They just coming out and not even scared. And all of my refrigerator, all of my stove, all of my oven, it ain't got bad to that point yet. Not that I know of, because, when I check it in the morning, I don't see nothing. During the day, I don't see nothing. So I've been, really keeping an eye on that. And I make sure I clean up behind myself. Every time I do eat, or if I eat something, I make sure I clean up behind myself. I make sure I'm taking the garbage out, or making sure I'm wrapping the food up real good before I put it in the garbage can. Because I noticed that they feed off that. They love to eat. They like to eat. They like to they like fruity, and they like fruity smells. And anything that smell like flowers or fruity, that's another thing. My apartment unit used to smell so good. It used to smell like flowers and fruity and everything. It used to smell so good, but I had to stop making my apartment unit smell good, because they feed off that too. They like when stuff smell good because they think it's food. Because they got a nose too. They got a mouth, and they got eyes, and they got a nose, and they can smell. And when they smell something that smells good or smells good to them, they'll think it's food. So I had to slow down on, making my home smell good. I had to do it like in a day, like early in the day, when I have the windows open or when the windows not open. But when it's like getting late or nighttime, I can't be spraying on perfume spray. I can't be spraying on house spray. I can't light up incense. I can't do none of that. I can't get no diffuser out. Can't do none of that no more. But yeah, y'all, it's just crazy how they don't tell us. When we move in these apartment units, they don't tell all the rental history. They don't tell the past rental history. They don't tell people with the history of the apartment unit. Like if it had gone through something, if it went through something, or have there ever been, like, for example, you can ask, have there ever been like any like rodents in this apartment unit? A person can just say no, but what if it was, rodents? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to get at, y'all. That's what I'm trying to say. I really do be trying to pray and just like not tell people my business, and not just talk about everything that I should not really be saying, because it's not good to tell your business to people and talk about too much of how you feel. But I'm so tired of going through this. I need somebody to talk to, and I just want to know if there's other people out there that's targeted and harassed, and that's victims of gang stalking harassment. I want to know, have they ever experienced apartment unit harassment before, apartment gang stalking harassment before, where they constantly being harassed and gang stalked, living in their home, like they constantly under attack. Because this made my third apartment, and I'm going through hell again. And it's crazy, every apartment unit I get or move into, it's always something I gotta go through. And in the last apartment unit I was living in, the last apartment building I was living in, the whole apartment building was infested with bed bugs. And in the storage that was supposed to be my storage was never cleaned out. And there was a voodoo monkey picture hanging up in the storage that was supposed to be in my storage. And they said the guy moved out and never got his stuff out the storage. And to this day, that stuck to me, because in my head, I'm just like, why would they leave his unit? Why would they leave his storage like that and expect me to clean it up? and I had to request it to get cleaned out. And it was bugs all in there, all on the floor and everything. They didn't really care to have that cleaned out before I moved in the apartment unit. So that was the last apartment unit and building I was living in. So now I'm living in another apartment unit and another apartment building, and now I'm dealing with rodents. So something not adding up here. Like every apartment unit I live in, and apartment building I live in, it's always something. I always gotta go through hell. Something just not adding up here. So this why I have to say that, in that way, like I need someone to talk to. I'm just trying to find out if there's anyone out there that have experienced gang stalking, harassment, apartment unit problems before. If that's the way I should be saying it. Yeah, gang stalking, harassment. If there's anyone out there that has experienced gang stalking, harassment, apartment unit, or apartment unit gang stalking, harassment before. Because if so, then that lets me know I'm not alone and that this is what they do to the target individual to keep the target individual feeling weak and vulnerable so that they can take advantage of us somehow. Because I don't know if this their way of trying to get back at me or trying to keep me under mind control, keep me weak, vulnerable, to keep me hurting. I don't know if this their way of bullying me, harassing me, or showing their jealousy and envy towards me because I have a place of my own to call my own. I don't know, maybe they could be jealous of the way my apartment unit looks and the way I decorate it. I don't know. It just seemed like it sometimes. I mean, I can't say I don't know, but it just seemed like it sometimes because I do have a very nice apartment unit. I try to make it look nice. I decorate and try to make it look very decent and nice. But I really feel like it could be some jealousy and envy involved. Maybe my gang stalkers are envy of me and jealous of me, that they don't want me to really have my place of my own. So they have to send me through all this type of uncomfortableness. They have to send me through all this hell to keep me feeling hurt and weak, you know what I'm saying? So by doing stuff to me through witchcraft, because this got to be witchcraft, because every apartment I moved into, like, apartment buildings shouldn't be like this. It really shouldn't. I feel like there should be more done, but it's not. Things are not being done. I like the apartment units that is remodeled, right. I like the apartment units that they make new and that they remodeling nice and new. I like them apartment units. I don't like, run down, tacky, ratchet, old apartment buildings. I don't like them. Because it always be something. It always be some shit that you gotta go through. I like them apartment units that's remodeled nice and is new. And apartment units that have been worked on by people that took their time on it and remodel it all nice and cute, and you ain't gotta worry about no maintenance problem because everything is newly put in. But yeah, y'all, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm too scared to go to a motel. I'm too scared to go to a hotel because I'm scared I might run into the same situation if the problem gets even worse, because it's already worse, and it's already worse because I can't sleep. You know what I'm saying? I'm scared one might come on my bed. You know what I'm saying? I'm scared that I might see one run across the floor. I'm scared I might hear it, them scream at night. It's worse. It's worse. It's worser. But I don't want it to keep continually getting worser. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get up. can't really pack up just yet because I gotta make sure that I be able to move out and know where to move into. Again, a lot of these landlords and property managers and people that own these apartment buildings don't tell the tenant everything that they need to know. Don't tell the person that's coming to rent out apartment unit or find apartment unit interesting and want to view it first or look at it first. They don't tell them everything. So all of this should be brought up, and they should be getting this information. How many times I done caught a roadie in this apartment unit? This should be the history of this apartment unit. So when I move out, another tenant or another person come and want to move into this apartment unit, they can know what this apartment unit has had going on before they even sign a lease. Before they even sign a lease to even move into this apartment unit. It's just so crazy how we all going through something in these last wicked days. I mean, I done heard that people then lost their homes because that hurricane that came, and that's why I be just trying to hang in there and stay strong because, you know, I still have a home, you know, I still have a roof over my head, but I'm going through rodent problems, and I'm trying not to be coming off as an ungrateful person. You know, I am grateful to have a place of my own, but I don't want to live like this. I don't want to be living with rodents. I don't want to be going through this. And it's so sad that we all going through something, you know, in this last wicked days. Everybody suffering, everybody going through something, everybody losing something. But yeah, I hope everything work out in God's favor, because Lord knows I need to just move out this apartment unit. These gang stalkers do be making it known, and they make it known that they jealous and envy of me, because they do little stuff or say little stuff, you know, towards me, either through the TV, through witchcraft through the TV, or through a person, you know, behavior or, you know, talking. They'll let me know that they don't want me to have it, don't want me to have a place of my own. They'll show it. They'll show it. But I be trying not to blame everything on gang stalkers, but it just be seeming like that because how every time you turn around, it's like every apartment I move into, it's always something bad happening to me, or gotta happen, or something I gotta go through. Like, I can't have a damn apartment unit to myself without me having to go through any damn thing. Like, god dang it. Why do every time I move into an apartment unit or apartment building, I always gotta go through some shit? Like, that shit gets really irritating. Irritating. This is just the devil. This is just the goddamn devil. I'm praying, y'all. I'm praying that the most righteous high God will bless me with a new home, a better home, so that I won't have to keep suffering like this. If there's anybody out there that's going through something too regarding their home and where they living at or staying, please leave y'all comments below and let me know what's going on, and I try to comment back whenever I get a chance. All right, peace and blessings. Thank you for watching.